Choosing to have a dog is choosing to have another member of the family. It can be a wonderful 12 to 15 year friendship, but first please take a moment to check if you have considered all the requirements for successful dog ownership. Do you have permission from your body corporate or landlord? If you are likely to be moving in the next 12 to 15 years, will you be able to keep a dog? If you already have a dog, are you allowed another? Do you have the time? A dog is a social pack animal and needs some company and activity with you each day. A puppy requires hours of time each day. Can you afford a dog? A dog will cost a basic minimum of $1,000 a year, larger dogs up to $1,600, and approximately $1,000 extra if you need boarding kennels, pet insurance, grooming for long-haired dogs, or dental work for older animals, not to mention any costly medical emergencies. Do you have other pets that will be compatible? Is your fencing escape-proof? You must be able to keep your dog on your property at all times unless you are taking it for a walk on a lead or supervising play in an off-leash area. Even small dogs can be excellent jumpers or can climb fences if lonely and looking for human company. Have you researched dog breeds to find one that suits your lifestyle? Have you considered whether a puppy or adult dog is best for your family? Puppies are cute but require attention and training for many hours a day and can be easily injured if you have young children. If you have answered yes, then let's talk about what you need for your new pet. Desexing is very important unless you're a registered breeder. Today, with advances in veterinary techniques, dogs can be desexed from between 2 and 5 months. Your puppy will be healthier and safer if it is desexed. It will be less likely to roam, get in fights or be aggressive. You will also be helping to prevent the deaths of thousands of unwanted dogs who cannot find homes. Another essential is identification. Your dog needs a collar and tag with address and phone number plus registration with the local council. A microchip is also helpful as a permanent lifetime ID, provided you change your address details on the microchip register if you move. Microchipping can be done from 8 weeks of age. You'll also need a carrier for a pup or a harness for an adult dog for travelling in the car. 2 dog bowls, one for food and one for water. Good quality food suited to the age of your dog. Chew toys, a mild shampoo and metal comb, pin brush and dematting rake for long-haired dogs. A puppy crate is a great way to keep your puppy safe and help with training in your house. Prepare your home to keep your puppy safe and prevent damage. A dog crate is a great support to keep your puppy near but out of trouble whenever you can't give your pup full attention. Otherwise, choose a small, safe area that is easily cleaned, for example a bathroom or laundry for unsupervised times. Protect your puppy from danger by blocking off access to your swimming pool. Keep electric cords and household cleaners, garden and pool products out of the way. Put away anything you don't want chewed. On the way home, make sure your pup is safely confined in a carrier or, if an adult dog, with a harness. Never leave your dog or puppy in a car unattended, no matter how short a time, as overheating can cause death in just a few minutes. You need to introduce your pup to its new home by showing it the important places. Firstly, take your new pup or dog to the outside area where you want it to go to the toilet. Praise your dog if it goes in the right place and give it a treat. Then show it the safe enclosed area, for example a crate, laundry or bathroom. For adult dogs, walk it around the house on a lead, allowing the dog to explore its new home and surroundings while closely supervised. If your dog is excited, give it plenty of exercise to help it unwind. Then get it settled into a regular routine of feeding, toileting, outdoor time, playtime and alone time. Allow it to have 3 to 4 smaller feeds a day before the dog is 6 months old, and then after that 1 or 2 feeds per day. Allow 10 to 15 minutes for eating and then collect bowls and uneaten food. To avoid diarrhea, gradually introduce any new foods. Don't feed a dog chocolate, dairy products, cooked bones, lamb or pork chops, fish bones, spicy foods or onions. If your dog is scared or unsure, give it plenty of time to get to know the family. All children must be taught to hold a puppy carefully. Dogs, just like children, don't like to be confused or tormented. Supervise children until you're sure they play kindly. Very young children should never be left unsupervised with a dog of any age. Young pups will sleep many hours a day, toileting every few hours. For the first few weeks, if the pup whimpers when in its quiet sleeping area, ignore it if you are sure all its feeding, toileting, comfort and play needs have been met within the last few hours. When it is quiet, reward with attention. Introduce to other pets under close supervision. Give your cat a room to get away from a new puppy or dog, and keep good control of your puppy or dog to prevent frightening or annoying your cat. It's a good idea to introduce dogs to each other on neutral territory. Both dogs should be on a lead. If one dog becomes worried or aggressive, call them apart. Praise all signs of interested or calm acceptance. Make sure both dogs get plenty of individual attention. Give each pet a separate area for eating with its own bowls and toys. The establishment of the hierarchy will usually take about 2 weeks. House training is one of the first things you need to do. When you can't watch the pup closely, keep your pup in its crate or small safe room with newspaper at one end. When out of the crate, if at any time you see it circle, sniff the floor or start to squat, immediately interrupt it, pick it up and take it outside to finish its business. The idea is to catch your dog doing something right so you can reward it. Take your puppy to the right place in the yard often, every hour or so for a very young puppy, and also after it wakes from a nap, eats or has a play. Stay outside with the pup, but don't play. Just let it wander around and sniff the ground. As soon as it begins to go to the toilet, praise softly or reward with play or treats. Never punish your pup if you fail to prevent an accident. It's not difficult to teach a dog house manners. Everyone in the family needs to enforce them. For instance, if the dog is not allowed on the furniture, the very first time it starts to get on furniture, show strong disapproval until the dog jumps off. Then praise the dog when it's sitting back on the floor. The more a pup is exposed to people, dogs, sounds, objects and places at a young age, the fewer things will worry it as an adult. Reward when the pup or dog approaches others in a calm, friendly manner. Your puppy needs to meet and play with other healthy, vaccinated puppies at least weekly. Puppy preschool is good for this. You need to start early with basic obedience training. Come is probably the single most important thing you can teach your dog. Start by teaching come for dinner. When the dog arrives, give it dinner immediately. Outside, train your dog to come while walking on a lead. Repeat 10 to 20 times per walk. Gradually increase the level of distraction, still on a strong lead. For instance, call your dog while it is playing with another dog. If the dog is running loose and not likely to respond to your call, keep silent or you'll undo a lot of your training. If at any time the dog should ignore a come command, go and get it. Always keep the meeting positive, even when you've had to get the dog. To teach sit, have a piece of food in your hand. Put it over the dog's nose and slowly move the food up and back over the dog's head. Repeat often, gradually doing the same action without food and adding the word sit. Drop. Teach the dog to drop by holding a piece of food in front of the nose of your dog when it is sitting and slowly lowering your hand down and away along the floor. Once the dog is reliably following the food down, continue training with an empty hand, but still give the dog a treat from your pocket for each successful drop. Then add the voice cue drop or down just before you give the hand signal. To teach stay, step away from your sitting dog and then return quickly and give a treat if the dog has maintained position. Gradually increase the time and the distance you move away. Once the dog has the idea, you can add the voice cue stay. End each stay with a release word like OK, so the dog knows it's now free to move. All dogs need to know how to walk politely on a loose lead. As soon as the dog pulls ahead of you and the lead goes tight, stop walking. Soon the dog will realize that nothing is happening and will stop pulling, turn and look at you. When it does, continue walking, either in the same or a different direction. Keeping your dogs on your property at all times when not walking on a lead is essential to protect our wildlife. However, because many backyards in Australia have native plants or are near bushland, your dog also needs to be trained not to chase animals in the yard. Use the basic commands of come, sit and stay plus positive reinforcement, that is, plenty of praise for good behaviour around other animals. At night or when you're out, keep your dog inside or in an enclosed area within your yard to protect native animals moving through your backyard to feed. This will also protect your dog as it may not survive a snake bite. If barking is ongoing and annoying the neighbours, first figure out why the dog is barking and then set up a situation where it can be rewarded for not doing so. For instance, a dog may bark to get attention. Completely ignore it until it has gone silent, then give it attention and praise. If the pup gets overexcited, put it in a quiet place to calm down. Reward and give attention when it is calm. Consult a behavioural specialist if you are unsuccessful with your own training. Fireworks and thunderstorms cause the loss and even death of frightened animals every year. So during your puppy's first thunderstorm, introduce play and display calm so that you don't contribute to your dog's initial fears. If you can't be at home, ensure the room where you leave your dog is secure and escape-proof and has a hiding place and comfort items. If your pet's fear is serious enough, discuss it with your veterinarian. Well-adjusted dogs must have plenty to do. Plan at least 15 minutes of serious aerobic exercise daily, such as playing fetch or running or swimming. Train frequently and take your dog out for a walk at least once a day, preferably twice, to see the sights and smell the smells. Your dog must be on a lead when taken off your property unless at a council-approved leash-free dog exercise area. Dogs are not allowed in playgrounds, schoolyards or within playing fields. Carry plastic bags on your walks and pick up and dispose of any droppings your dog may leave. Simulate the time a dog would spend in the wild looking for food by preparing food kongs. They'll spend hours extracting the food while you're out or busy. Puppies need to chew to develop their jaws and set their teeth properly. More mature dogs simply enjoy chewing. Regular health care at home is important. Intestinal worming is generally recommended every 2 weeks from 2 to 12 weeks of age, then every month till 6 months, then every 3 months for your adult dog. All dogs should be started on heartworm preventatives by the age of 12 weeks, then treated monthly. When dogs are adult size, they can receive an annual injection rather than monthly tablets for heartworm prevention. If adopting a dog over the age of 6 months, it should be tested for heartworm first, then treated annually. To prevent fleas and ticks, use a topical control fortnightly or monthly. You will still need to run your hands over your dog on a daily basis, checking for ticks. You should do weekly health checks at home of the eyes, ears, mouth and paws. Take your dog to the vet for thorough health checks on a regular basis, at least every 12 months, particularly as it gets older. Vaccinate your dog at 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks, and then annually to protect it from the 5 main dog diseases. If you have to move to a new address, check it is suitable for your pet. Change your details with the microchip registering agency and register with the new local council immediately. If you want, take your dog with you on holiday. Check the pet-friendly holiday accommodation guidebooks. If you choose to leave your pet behind, have a relative stay in your home or hire a dog minding service. If you choose to use a boarding kennel, ask your vet for recommended kennels. If your dog is lost and you have tagged and microchipped it, you should be contacted by the local pound or refuge or a neighbour quite quickly. You can also do a letterbox drop. Place flyers on approved notice boards at shopping centres, at local vets and local refuges. Contact your local radio station if they have a lost and found segment, and advertise in local newspapers. Most of all, enjoy your dog. With good care and training, it will be a wonderful companion for many years.